Hello, boys and girls. It's good to see you all again. I hope that you're having a happy Tuesday, that you are staying safe and healthy and entertained in your house. We're going to get back to our ukulele learning today, so get that instrument out and we'll get started. So let's just again quickly go over our beautiful anatomy. So we have the head, our tuning knobs, the nut. Below the nut, that's where we begin our fretboard with the first 5 frets that we're going to focus on, that 5th being notated there. We have our 4 strings and we are ready to get started. Alrighty, I'm going to play my ukulele for you. Make sure that your ukulele is nicely in tune. If you need assistance with that, you can simply go onto YouTube or Google ukulele tuner and it's going to show you what string should sound like what. We know how to use our tuning knobs. You guys should be all set. So if your ukulele is tuned, it should sound like this. Awesome. All right. So we began with learning our C major chord. So remember, we have those 3 vital pieces of information. We need to know what fret or frets our fingers will be on. We need to know what strings we're going to be pressing down, either string 4, 3, 2, or 1. Let me repeat that again. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what finger we're going to use to press down that string. So looking at our hands again, remember that our index finger, that's finger number 1, our middle is finger number 2, our 3rd finger is finger number 3, and that pinky is 4. So for C major, we talked about how we will be pressing down on the 3rd fret, we'll be pressing down on the 1st string, and we're going to be pressing down with our, you got it, 3rd finger, ring finger. Pressing that down, C major chord. We also went over our F major chord, and that F major chord is a little bit trickier. We're going to be having our fingers on 2 different frets. We're going to be pressing down with 2 different fingers, and we're going to be pressing 2 strings. So, as we recall, we have our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and then our index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string pressing down with finger number 1, and should sound like this. Let's go over that again. You can look to see what that looks like on my ukulele. So again, we're pressing down on frets 1 and 2. We are pressing down on string number 4 and string number 2, and we are using our 1st and 2nd fingers. So my 2nd finger goes on the 4th string of the 2nd fret, and that index finger that's free is going to go on the 2nd string of the 1st fret. Let's again just take that time to go back and forth very slowly from C to F. That way we're getting that nice and easy flow. I hope that you guys took time to do that last video and really focus on making sure that you are doing the correct fingering, you're using the right fingers. Miss LaDow has even gotten in the habit of just going quickly, and then I'm using my 3rd finger instead of my 2nd, and then I'm starting to have difficulty shifting from chord to chord. It's because those fingerings are going to be really helpful and are very accurate. So like we move forward, and as we move forward, make sure that you're really focusing on using the correct fingering, because it's going to save you a lot of work in the long run. So let's just go from C to F. We're going to play each one 4 times, move back and forth, and then we'll run through You Are My Sunshine and teach G today. 1, 2, here we go, and C. Good deal. All right, let's run through You Are My Sunshine, and I'll show you where that G is going to fit in for us today. You are my sunshine. our G would be. So let's talk about G. Even trickier, friends. We have 3 frets, I think. Actually, let me think that through. We have, no, 2 frets, sorry. We have 2 frets. We're pressing down on 3 strings, and we're using 3 fingers to press down on those strings. So let's talk this through. So you are only going to be using frets number 2 and fret number 3. Just fret 2 and fret 3. So you're first going to start with your index finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. So you're going to start with your index finger pressing down on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. You are then going to get that ring finger out, that 3rd finger, all right? You're going to be pressing down on fret number 3, and you're going to be pressing down on string number 2. Now that leaves your middle finger sticking out there. You're going to press that middle finger on the 1st string of the 2nd fret. So as you can see, I have my 1st finger and my 2nd finger pressing down on the 2nd fret. And my ring finger, my 3rd finger, it's going to be on fret number 3. So take a nice look at what G is going to look like. C, F, and G, my friends, every pop song ever written. You're going to be able to play so many songs once you have C, F, and G learned. So why don't we just practice going from C to G, because that's the only transition that you're going to need to do for this. So what's really helpful is your C major chord, you're just going to shift that ring finger down 1 string to string number 1 because your 3rd finger is already on the correct fret. So I will say transitioning from C to G, once you get the hang of it, really becomes very second nature. So I'm going to strum C major 4 times. I'm going to help you transition to G. I'll explain every string, every fret, every finger number, and then we will keep going with our song. All right, I'm going to shift my 3rd finger up 1 string. I'm going to press my index finger down, my 1st finger down on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and I'm going to press my middle finger on the 1st string of the 2nd fret. It's actually a very simple transition to G. Remove finger 1 and 2, shift your 3rd finger down just 1 string to C. And G. And C. Look how little my fingers are moving. Back to. All right. Going to be tricky. Take all the time you want. Even practice going from C to G to F, C to G to F. Really get that muscle memory nice and strong in your fingers so that you can make these transitions without thinking about it. It takes some time. Even while Miss LaDow's watching TV or just sitting around the house, I just sit and I strum. So try to practice that and discipline yourselves like you do in most of your other activities to really focus, get the technique down, and then you can make some awesome music. So I'm going to sing through You Are My Sunshine, and I'll see you guys back later this week for our next chord, and we will be learning the Lava song next. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Wonderful friends, I love you so dearly. I hope that you all are well, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, guys.